So it's definitely sometime after a year from the time that I decided to start doing this vlog. Um, so I haven't actually been posting videos that entire year, but I'd say that I'd learned enough to be able to tell you what I learned in the course of a month, and decided to do it um, in a bike lane. Tracking your progress can be hard sometimes because honestly, the best way to do it is to write it down. Trucks everywhere. To write it down is a good way to track how you're doing, and then you can look back a certain amount of time later and see where you've progressed. Thankfully, I do that, and I actually have a much better way of reviewing what I've been doing these past months, and that is through my videos. And as I've been observing the videos that I've been making for YouTube, I've noticed that as long as I make it sincere, that I've made it a step that I really care. That it's about a goal that I really care about. Then I really have no problems with being creative about it. So I really believe that anyone can become creative. There are some people that it's possible may have been born with a slightly bigger ease at learning and adapting to different kinds of creativity. But if you apply the steps that I spoke earlier in a different video about practicing and learning and adapting and then eventually mastering, then you'll see that honestly it's something that it's a tune that we can all dance to. And if you do that, then you'll see that it's something that you'll gain and you'll realize for yourself through your own experience that you can do it. So as I decide to look back at the progress that I've made in the past videos from the time that I started, as I said, it wasn't a year's worth of videos, but it is a year's length of learning. Because even when I wasn't making the videos, I was still something that I love, and I was still learning, I was still watching tutorials, I was still reading, and I really did choose to grow whether I was doing it or not. So I guess in a sense I was actually doing it. I was growing in that aspect, and I really feel that you don't have to necessarily be doing exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it to be able to really fulfill and achieve the goal that you have in mind. Yeah, there's a lot of cool tricks and advancements that you can make to all your gear, and that's in the sense of making videos, that is. I didn't really have any fancy cameras, you know, and I'm making a video, I don't know which one will be posted first, of how I'm getting my new gear, needing a new camera. But before this camera, I've been using my phone. You know, I've been using an iPhone 7. Right now, the iPhone XR or whatever is out. So I'm not looking for the most recent phone for me to be able to be up to date and have the best quality. Obviously, that's not a requirement. So right now, it's 2019. It's like March 22nd, 23rd, 22nd. I still have a phone from several years ago. So do I need to be up to date? No, that is absolutely no. But at the end of the day, you still have to be familiar with the technicalities, all the instructions that you need to get the image, to get the footage, to tell the story that you want to tell. So I know about photography and video because of my business, but when you're working with your phone, all those settings that you studied, that you had to practice, they're no longer applicable because your phones, they're all automatic and they work differently. So what I did was I tried to modify it in the best way possible. What I did was I bought a light that I see is being used. So when I take my hand out, you can see the light there. You have the lens here that's making my image wider. I'm going to actually be reviewing these in a different video because I do want the people that are interested in vlogging to learn the way that I did it, because I wasn't doing it in the most expensive way possible. And I did do it gradually. Another thing that I'm using is this tripod that I've been using for about, I want to say 3-4 months now. And it's a little different than the one everyone's using, but it's technically the same concept. But that's what's making it exciting, that I'm doing it the way I want to do it. And I'm still getting the results that I want and not looking like everyone else. And that's actually something that I'm very proud of, because I did look for it in a sense of necessity, not because I wanted to follow a trend. And I've noticed that on YouTube it's very easy to fall into a trend. So that's something that I've definitely progressed in. I've started to do this on my own and in my own way, and as time passed, I continue to do it, and I've even found my identity even more, and I've grown in that, and I've created it in a way that it's becoming something else. It started off as a comeback story. Now it's like, okay, I'm back, so let's move on. You have to evolve, and you have to find a way to do it. Sometimes you'll just do it naturally. You'll see that it's something that eventually you reach your goal. You don't plan on that happening on a specific day. When it happens, you go with it, and you roll with the punches, and you find a way to push to something else. And because you've grown this whole time, you'll learn that it's easy to create something. That's the fact of the matter. So continue to do that, and you'll have no problem with that. I saw that it was like 54 degrees. I was like, yes, it's gonna be awesome. And again, I forgot to check at the bottom part of my phone that it was actually 51 degrees. So I came outside with a sweater, and I think I may have just made a disturbing sound. So I'm actually pretty freezing. So this is the sacrifice I'm making for you guys, so you better appreciate it. And let's move on with the video. Other types of progress that I've noticed that I've made towards the course of these past videos is yes, the technical part. And I know some people aren't necessarily interested in this, so I'm going to be brief on that matter. And it's how to hold my camera, how to talk with the audience. I've learned to just simply look at the lens. It's much easier to look at the image and you see how you look on the screen. At the end of the day, if you do that, it's not going to look right. This is what you need to do. Now, looking at myself, I'm not trying to see how I look. I'm trying to make myself look as sincere as possible, but at the same time, I know that if I want your attention, I can't just talk like I'm at a sofa, relaxing, maxing out, like if things don't matter. Because if I give off the impression that what I say doesn't matter, there's a really good chance that you're not going to find what I say important. So you continue to value what you really believe in. No, it's cool. It's cool.
That's what where you got that from? No, I want to buy one.
Well, that's just my phone. Yeah,
I know I got a phone, but I want the stand and everything.
I got everything on Amazon actually. This is called a iPhone ring light.
Can I take a picture of it, sir?
Yeah, sure.
I was trying to be a stand-up comedian. I need that so I can make my video.
Go ahead, man. By all means. You're being recorded, but it's okay.
I'm being recorded. I want to be recorded. I'm gonna tell you a joke. I can be recorded. It's legal.
Is it 15 seconds long?
No, I don't even want to tell you a joke. You know why? Because I might go into another thing. I have $2 in my pocket. I can't be a pizza.
You got more than I do.
I'll tell you a joke, but it's gonna cost you a half a slice of pizza.
In that case, I need to continue my video because I got zero.
Okay, bye, sir. Get that money then, sir.
I will, man.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
When I see money all around.
So let's continue with the video. Obviously, it's always fun to see what's around you because this is New York. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I won't miss it, but there's always gonna be a reason to move on. But what I've learned here in New York, making the videos like this, it's been improvised and it's been amazing. But I also know what's around me, so I know how to improvise with it. And rolling with the punches is something that you have to be able to do. This was a great experience for me to grow here, and then to be able to tour it with everyone, bring you with me. That's been an amazing experience, and that the personality that it's given me, what it's molded me into, that's something that I've progressed to, not just from making videos, but just from living here. And I can't wait to be able to grab whatever I can from the city of Milwaukee or Des Moines. I still haven't decided yet, but when I get to Iowa, and once I get there and I see how that helps me grow, that's going to be an exciting time, and I hope that it becomes an ongoing process of growing. So always remember to learn as you go, and you'll see what's important. You always try to save money because you don't need to necessarily look for the most expensive gear, because if you can tell a story, no one cares what you have. No people that are trying to learn what you're learning are going to ask you about the lenses and the lights and the stands and the phones. But in the meantime, if you're talking about a specific message, and yeah, they're going to want to hear the message. They're not going to want to know what you're carrying. That honestly does not matter. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Throughout the course of this, obviously you've seen that I've thrown some clips of my older videos, how things have progressed, and that's something that makes me very, very happy about, to be able to tell you how I've grown. And the trip has not ended here. it's only continuing to get more exciting and more adventurous. And this video actually means a lot to me because in the sense that I've been able to not only share with you as I'm telling what I'm sharing, what I've grown into, it's letting me realize what I've done, what I've done, and that's a profound moment for me because now it's taught me where I need to go next. So don't worry about the 3 or 4 steps that you'll have to take in the future. Think about the next one, and that's going to take you to the rest. So please continue. Don't give up on your goals. Work hard, invest when needed, and just be patient. You know, and I've done the same thing in situations where it wasn't easy. I've had moments in my life where I had no money, no employment, and you've been there, you know, and you've been there, you're with me through the process, and I still have to work hard to maintain it. I'm not a multi-millionaire, I don't have all this excellent advice, so just hopefully you can see this as an example of what it is to work hard and what it can do for you. I'm really glad you were able to stick around for this much time. I know it's been a long time, but always remember to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everything you guys done. And most importantly, remember everyone that if you do more, you definitely will be more.